Hi lovelies, thank you so much for being with me today. We are going to be looking at the Skelton Brothers. This is part 2 tarot reading. The first one I did, most of you have probably already watched, so thank you for joining me with that. If you haven't, I've put the link in the description box below. You might want to go and check that out first to understand what I believe, like where they are. And I've also got like maps on there and stuff like that I show. That's where I think they might be, around that area, which is the, yes, for those who don't know, the details are in the description box below, but basically this man had 3 of his sons in his own care on Thanksgiving, and the next day when the mum went to go and pick them up, she couldn't find him or his sons at the house. Unbeknownst to her at the time, John, his name is, the father, was actually in hospital with a broken ankle, which later she found out was because of a failed attempted suicide. Yes, he attempted to suicide, and apparently the rope broke and he fell and he broke his ankle. At that stage, she's really freaking out about where the children are, because I think initially he said that he gave them to a friend to look after, to keep them safe or something. I don't know what it was. And then eventually, anyway, the main theme that's come out is that he's told people and the police that he gave the boys away to an underground group. Now, I don't know if he used the word underground or if the police or media have actually said it that way. I haven't seen, I mean, with these cases, when I do readings, I don't like to read too much information because I don't want to be swayed, influenced and stuff like that when I do a reading. So I don't know all the ins and outs of everything. I haven't seen interviews with him or anything like that, if there's been any. But if he used those words underground, I find that very interesting. I'm not a forensic statement analyst or anything like that. But, with my criminology background, there are certain things that I am aware of. And also I've done a lot of research with criminal profiling and things like that. So I think watching all those documentaries for years on end has also given you something to learn, as a lot of you also would know things. I just think that the term underground is very interesting, considering that a lot of people believe the boys are deceased and most likely buried underground. So I think the story about him giving them to some underground group is BS. I do not believe that for 1 second. I believe that what has happened is he has contempt because his ex-wife divorced him, and he thought she was going to take the children away from him. But apparently I think it was the other way around, that he actually took the kids out of school and was going to take off with them to another state. And she was worried that he was going to take off with them and move, and she couldn't go there because of her own felony. Like, she had a conviction, a prior one that, made her not be able to move over interstate. So I think she freaked out. She got some legal advice. From what I've read up on since the last reading, I have actually done some research because I like to confirm things once I've done a reading. And what I've found out is that she rang a lawyer who said, well, divorcing him would give you custody, and that's what happened. And then he started having visitation rights, and that's what happened on Thanksgiving. He had one of his court-ordered visitations with the children. So November 25th on 2010, the boys went to stay with their dad on the Thursday night, and apparently they had a meal and they watched karate, which was their favourite movies were about karate. And then the next morning, his phone, okay, as far as I'm aware, I can't remember all the details to the exact thing, I'll come back to that, but I know that he left the house possibly around 4:30 in the morning. And now that's dark, that's extremely early, isn't it? To be leaving a home and going for a 2-hour drive in 15 minutes, So that's quite a long time to be gone, and it's also a very early leave. Like, most people do that for work, maybe if they're going to go and exercise at a gym or something. But it's very strange for him to be getting up at 4:30 in the morning, or 4 a.m. leaving, I should say, with the boys to go somewhere. Now, he told the courts that some van came and picked up the boys or something. He gave them to an organisation, which is a load of crap. Sorry to say, but it is, We're going to see what's happened, okay, to the boys. I just wanted to say I don't want to get into it into too much detail because it can get very heavy and very dark. And as I say always, white light yourself. Put the white light of protection around yourselves, okay? It's very important that you're able to visualize a beautiful white and gold light of protection surrounding your entire body. You can close your eyes. You can see the light around you. You're in the bubble of white light. You are surrounded by love and your protectors, your spirit guides, etc. Okay, angels are with you. Nothing can harm you. You know, nothing can harm you. The only thing is that, you know, if you believe that something can harm you and you're living in a lot of fear, you know, sometimes we can open up to things when we do these kinds of readings. It can open up channels. You know, and if you're not protected or don't know how to protect, that kind of thing, things can come in. But really, I just really don't believe it. I think it's more if you're seeking something out like that, you know, and if you're not protected and you're going in naively. If you're just watching a video and you're protected, even if you get chills or you feel uncomfortable, it doesn't mean something's going to come for you or anything like that. Just know that you are always protected, okay, guys? Yes. Now, we are going to have a look. Yes, that's what they're telling me, is that this was a quick death for the boys. So I don't feel that John was actually out to get the boys. I don't think he was trying to punish the boys. If anything, he was punishing his ex-wife. He was using the boys as pawns to get at his ex-wife, to get revenge on her, okay? It's like a power act. It's an act of control and power, showing her who's the boss and who's making the choices here. And I remember reading, actually, it was pretty concerning, disturbing is the word, that on the Wednesday night, okay, or the day, whatever it was, the Wednesday before he had the boys on Thursday, Thanksgiving, he had actually put up a status on Facebook that said, "I love my wife very much, and may God and my wife forgive me." So it was along those lines. Might not be exact wording, but that's what it was. "I love my wife very much. May God and my wife forgive me," or something, or "please forgive me." What the hell, guys? Like, seriously. I mean, I didn't even know about that. When I first did the tarot reading, I actually had felt it was planned. I thought this is a premeditated thing. Reading that today, that just confirmed it. This was premeditated. He planned this. He planned it. It wasn't just like, you know, exploding and then suddenly doing something to the boys. He planned it. Oh, so evil. How you can just do that to your children. But I think by the time he did that to them, he was so far removed emotionally from them. It was almost like he was just playing the role, you know, but he wasn't connecting with them on an emotional level. And it could have been that his hatred or rage or contempt or whatever word you want to use it towards his ex-wife may have far overridden, you know, any kind of love or any bond that he really felt for his kids. Now, I think he was mentally deranged. I feel that he wasn't all there in the head. Not that that's any excuse by any means to kill your children. But I think in order for someone to do that, they can't be right in the head. Nobody in their sane mind could go around killing people, you know, especially their own children, you would think. So I do feel like he was possibly unhinged because the divorce came through. Maybe that was a catalyst for him to be like that. But I still feel that he was quite abusive and domineering and controlling even before that happened with the divorce. I just feel that. I just get that idea. And when I look at Andrew's face, especially in the photographs, the older boy, I see, like, when he smiles, he's not really smiling. That's a forced smile. It's really quite sad. I see a lot of sadness in those boys, especially Andrew. For some reason, there's something he might have copped it a lot more with his dad, being the eldest as well. Maybe his dad, and this is something that did come through to me, was that John really saw himself in Andrew. Sometimes we do, as parents, we see ourselves more in a child than our other children. And I think that may have triggered John in some way as well, because it could have been in some parts it might have been a good thing to know that some parts were reminding him of himself that were good in Andrew. But the other aspect, I think, is that sometimes if people are imbalanced and they see parts of themselves reflected back to them in a child, they take it out on the child. So there might be something within himself that he doesn't like that he's seeing come through in Andrew in some way. That's just a really weird message that's come through. I mean, I am not a psychologist by any means or forensic psychiatrist or anything, but yeah, I do just intuitively tune in. I feel like the deaths were very fast with these children. I think I said in the last reading that I felt they were alive in the car when they were driven with John. But I'm going to ask the cards because I'm now being told they were suffocated in their beds at home. So maybe I'm getting different scenes. Maybe there was another time they were alive in the car with him and he took them. Maybe it was that Thursday in the day he did take them for a drive and was going to plan to do something with them and then came back home and then decided to do it that night and then take them early hours of the morning. Because I just feel like it's weird. I'm seeing them alive in the car at one stage going somewhere and then I'm seeing them being suffocated in their sleep. So I want to check it out, okay, guys? Oh, gosh, let's get the white light happening. Let's get this happening. Thank you, Spirit, for helping us today. Thank you, angels. And the boys are in the light, by the way. They're not suffering anymore. They're in the light. They have been for a long time in the light. They miss their mum. They love their mum. Yeah, I'm getting shown like he was drinking. I feel John was drinking on the night he had them for Thanksgiving. I don't know if he ever was a drunk or if he drank or what. I don't know. But that's what I'm seeing is him drinking. And I feel like he's given something to the boys. I don't know if he's put something in their drinks for bedtime, like maybe if they had a bedtime milk or something before bed. He's put something in the drink, I feel, to get them into a deeper sleep. So, angels, can you please help me work out? Okay. Wow. Hang on. Wow. I was going to ask. I'm going to have to do it again, but that's interesting. This is the house. This is a representing of the marriage and the home. Chariot is a vehicle. And Two of Swords, which way do I go? Which way do I go? So do I take them out or do this at home? I think that was his mindset at one stage. And that's what I just said. I said that on one hand, I think he did take them. He was actually going to go with them. And maybe in some fucked up way, maybe he took them on that Thursday to the actual location he was actually eventually going to take them, you know, drop them and dispose them of to. Maybe he went with them in the day just to check to see if everything was okay for when he actually did do it the next morning. That is giving me the creeps. Oh, God. Because that makes so much sense to me why I see them going somewhere. Judgment Day is coming, buddy. Yeah, there's the Fool. See? Judgment is the past actions that we make and the karmic stuff, and this is a new beginning. So, interesting, there's a large tree there and a guy standing there, because in the last reading, if you've watched it, it always kept going on about this tree, like this really significant tree or strong trees that they're nearby. Look at this again, a tree, and look at the devil. Yep, definitely an evil devil. So I just want to say I had a vision, right? After my last reading, I did, that night went to bed and it was on my mind. And I had this flash of a vision come to me of this river. And it was a big river and I could see it snaking around. So I could see like where I was standing on the bank of the river, I could see it curving like that and going like that down that way. But where I was, it was right on the bend, okay? So I was thinking, shit, I wonder if there's a river like that that has like that bend like a snake. And it's got this real long grass on the edge here on the bank. So it wasn't a river that you could walk down, okay? So there was a bit of a drop off. A steep embankment. It wasn't just one that you could walk down from the bushes down to the water's edge. Like there's an actual big drop. And I feel like they're up maybe on that side of it because I see that they're near water, but they're not in water. So that's interesting to me. All right, I'm going to ask Spirit, wands for yes, swords for no. I know I wasn't going to do this because I don't really trust it sometimes because, you know, cards are cards rather than your gut feelings, but let's have a look. So, Spirit, can we please ask, did John Skelton kill his boys in his home that night or the early hours of Friday morning, please? Wands for yes, swords for no. Did John Skelton kill his boys in the home, please, in his home? Oh, man, it's too many. Wands for yes, swords for no, please. Did he kill the boys inside the home, in their beds or in the home? Did he kill them there, please, Spirit? Secrets. Look at that, the High Priestess. It was definitely at night time. It wasn't in the day. He did it at night. Look at that. She's near the water there as well. Yeah, he's holding secrets. The Star. Definitely at night time. Did he kill the boys in the house, please, Spirit? Seven of Pentacles. Look at the tree. And look at the long grass. It's so interesting. Three of Swords is the heartbreak. It's saying no there. The High Priest is another tree there with books and knowledge, and the Knight of Pentacles. This was planned, definitely planned with the Knight of Pentacles. With all the trees and the woods behind him. Look at that. Even though that sword's there, I still wonder, did he kill them in the home? Did he kill them in the home, please, Spirit? This was planned, and it took a while, like he had to wait until they were sleeping. That makes sense to me. Ten of Chalices is the happy marriage. It can represent, you know, I suppose a home when you've got a family. Definitely shows me that this was an issue. Yes, it was a home. Look at that. Four of Wands is all about the family home. It's the celebrations. But interesting, it's showing the outdoors as well and camping ground. So, gosh. I think my visions are right in saying that's why I've gotten confused. That's why I was feeling confused earlier when I was thinking about this, because sometimes my gut feeling will come in, and then sometimes my logical mind will try and my analytical mind will come in. And that's just who I am as an investigator. So what I do is I try to work out what I'm feeling and what's logical. So it can get quite confusing doing that. But I really do feel that he drove the boys on that day that he got them, the Thursday. He's taken them for a drive. And it's to the place where he was going to dispose of them. So I think he's gone there to check it out prior, because this was premeditated. And then the night that they're gone to bed, he's done the act, you know, killing them. And then I feel like he's wrapped them up in the blue tarp thing I could see, like a blue sleeping bag, I should say. He could have put them all in one. He's tied them up. She's in the tree. See how she's like lying and resting against the tree? She's kind of in the tree. I've always said that I feel like they're in a tree trunk or hiding underneath a log. There's another tree. And interesting with the snow, because there's a lot of snow and stuff here too. Like I feel like it does actually snow over there. I didn't know that initially, but I found out it does. Yes, yep. So he's driven them into a deep forest area. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is the happy marriage. It's supposed to be a happy marriage, but this is the family home. Definitely the family home, this one. So it does show me that I feel like he did do it at home. I think he's killed them in their sleep. I think what's happened is that he has given them something at night in a drink they've had before bed. I don't know what kind of medicine it might have been to send them into a deeper sleep. Could have been a sleeping tablet. I don't know. He's given them something to make them go into a deep sleep so they wouldn't wake up knowing what he's doing. Because he's a coward too. Like, he wouldn't want them to know what he was doing. Like, he's just a coward. So Two of Chalices is the partnership. That's what it's all about here. That's the mother. That's the ex-wife. Wanting to get back at her, I tell you now. What the hell's fallen down? Hang on. Yep, there's the 3 children, okay? They're the 3 siblings. There's a barn, there's open land. It could be that they are kind of like on the outskirts of someone's property, like a farm, but there's trees there, see? And beyond there would be a river. So I know I said I could see them out like at the Lazy River Resort campground. That one gave me the creeps. Like I had a sinking feeling around there, and it could have been there that he was thinking of putting them. But then I felt more drawn to the, what is it, Lake La Suan wildlife area. Now, if he couldn't get in there for whatever reason, whether it's, you know, got gates or opening hours or whatever it might be, I feel they're around that area. So you've got Lazy River Resort campground, and just diagonally up here, only so many miles away, is the wildlife area. Now, don't forget there's rivers also. There was a Lake Seneca or Seneca, and that kind of looked a little bit like a snaky river. So it's kind of like here, and this is here, and this is here, and Holiday City is down here where his phone pinged near. So I'm thinking he has gone over in this area somewhere. The wheel. Yeah, wheel also to me represents vehicle, okay? It's a wheel. You know, it usually means destiny and things like that, but I'm looking at it differently. There he is, right there. There he is. Feeling like this was fate. He felt like this was meant to be. It was destined to happen this way. 5 of Pentacles. Look at the big tree in the water. Wow. Felt rejected. This is what this is, a rejection. He feels like, I'm going to teach you, so I'm going to take something away from you, like you'll teach you, you know. That's the Judgment card coming up. What shadow was he in, please? What shadow was John in that night? What shadow was he in the night he had the kids? Doubtful. Maybe started to doubt himself. What shadow was John in? What shadows was he in, please? Because we all have a light side and a shadow side. What was his... Wow, what was his shadows like? Heartbroken. Look at that. Very interesting. Because he came back and tried to kill himself. And he actually... he came home. I believe he came back home and did this. I reckon after the act of disposing of them, he's come back home and he has demolished his house inside. He's smashed up everything, threw things around, broke glasses, furniture, you name it. Everything was demolished and destroyed. I think that was his rage coming out. See what you made me do? Ego bound. Totally. Coercion. Exactly. See what you made me do? You forced me to do this. Bloody hell. Held hostage. Wow. Yeah, he's done that. He's held them hostage, basically. Feeling helpless. Wow, far out. Oh my God, look at that. Drunk. Wow, there's too many out there, but that's come up. Drunk, distraction. Don't know what the distraction part is. And bully. Wow, he became a bully too. Oh gosh, he becomes a bully too. So let's have a look what else is coming up in my crime reading here. Can we see what else is going on here, please, where the boys might be, please, Spirit? Yeah, I feel like he suffocated the boys. I feel, that's something else I realised too. He actually had Googled how to break necks. What the F, you know what I mean? He has Googled how to break a neck. I don't believe their necks were broken though. I feel like maybe from the force, but it wasn't intention to break their neck perhaps. I think it was more, because I think he just wanted to do it very quickly. I think this was more a smothering and like a suffocation kind of thing. February is a date that might be significant in future. We've got April. What do we got? Skelton Brothers. Yeah, family. What we got for the Skelton Brothers, please? Stalking, waiting, watching, stalking. I think he was doing that with her and the children. I think he was doing that at times. I think he was keeping an eye on them and their movements. Creepy. Yeah, I think he was. December. That's creepy. Might be in some ways wanted to intimidate her. Look at that, suicide. Then we got natural causes come up, which I don't, maybe he'll eventually die from natural causes, but we got suicide. That's what he tried to do. And why the hell would you try and suicide? Like, why would you come back after a trip and then go, oh, I'm going to kill myself now, but the boys are safe somewhere? Like, what a load of shit. Outback, rural, deserted. So, well, it doesn't look like that over there, but it could be that, you know, it is a deserted kind of area that he's taken them to. There's a bridge nearby. What else can we learn, please, Spirit? What else can we learn about the Skelton Brothers, please? So has he got tattoos? I don't know. I can't remember if he's got tattoos. I don't think I saw any. Oh, look at that. Bushland forest. And the trees actually do look like that over there in a lot of the places there. October. Oh, wow. This is coming up again. Forest path, mossy. So could be kind of like a moist, damp kind of area. Wetland kind of area. We've got like a forest path or a path, I should say. So it could be that there is like a path and he's gone way off that path, you know, to dispose of them somewhere. And we've got here large group. So it could be that there's a large group of people. What does that mean? Known to the victim? Well, yeah, he's known to the victim. Could be where large groups of people go to. We've also got secrets, cover up, withholding information. Could be maybe his family. Gunshot shootings coming up again. That's so weird. That came up in the last one, but I do not believe they got shot. I don't believe that. I don't believe the boys were shot. Oh, wow. Algae, swamp, reeds. Oh, wow. Buried. Gosh. That could be around the water I'm seeing too. Like, there could be reeds, like those long reeds. I saw the grass. Bicycles. So it's sad because in one of the videos I watched, there was a little bike in the front yard. It was so sad. So sad seeing that. Oh, wow, look. Oh, the death card's here, guys. Okay, yes, justice. He's already in prison, but hopefully there'll be justice for this as well. Oh, my God. Cave inside underground tunnel. I'm telling you, I feel the boys are in a tree trunk or a log. They're actually in something, and then I think he's put dirt and leaves and whatever over them. And I felt like when he was walking, I could see leaves all over the ground, like almost like it was autumn. I'm not even sure what it was up there. I'd have to Google it because I really don't know. I'm a bit naive with that stuff, what the season was. But I could just see leaves on the ground and his feet crunching. And he was wearing black boots. I can see the black boots. They might have been steel, like steel toe ones. Mountains. Now, that's so weird because I think it's really flat around there. But maybe there are some kind of hilly areas. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a place, like maybe even a pathway called Mountain Something Path, or, you know what I mean? Like, it may not necessarily mean an actual mountain, but it could be, wow, where's this other thing? Where's the bike? Like a mountain bike even, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's something there. Oh, male child victim. Oh my God. Long hair's coming up. I don't know what that's to do with. Internet messaging, social media. Well, he did put up that Facebook post, didn't he? Saying, he said, oh God. He said it was the Wednesday before. What did he say? He said, I think I just said it before. I love my wife very much. May God and my wife please forgive me. And that's what he said on the Wednesday, the day before he had the boys on the Thursday. So this was premeditated, as we said. But it's interesting, his choice of words, I love my wife very much. What about your boys, mate? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's very interesting. I love my wife so much that I am going to kill my boys for, you know, because of this. I love her so much. And this is what she's making me do. That's what I think he's saying. Yeah, I don't feel it's it. So let me just get these back in here because I haven't put an intention on there and they're all flying out like crazy. Sometimes the more you pull out too, they don't make sense. All right, Spirit, is there anything else we need to know, please? Car accident? I don't know if he hit his car on anything. No idea. Oh my gosh, crime of passion and rage has come through, but I still feel it was premeditated. So I do feel definitely he planned this, but at the time he did it, it could have been that he was feeling angry, and that was, you know how while he was smothering them, I feel like he was undergoing a lot of fucked up emotions. I feel like he might have even been crying. He might have been seething with anger, you know, because some people think, oh, they're just void of any emotion, which sometimes they can be very numb. And I do feel in some parts he was. But he's obviously felt rage coming home as well after the act and destroying and demolishing the house, because I feel like it's his rage coming out at the ex-wife of, this is what I've had to do. You know, it's a fucked up thing, like he's blaming her. And I think that in some way the adrenaline of the rage helped him to get through the act, because don't forget, he had to do it to the three of them, not just one of them. Kidnapped, abduction, yes, he did kidnap them. January's coming up. So, rescued, helped, retrieved, and saved. So, could they be? Could they be retrieved? You know, there's all these things that don't make sense here. Yeah, could they be retrieved? Hopefully, you know, in time. We got tied up and bound, so I do feel like they were tied up in that fabric. I could see them in a blanket type of thing. And we got River Creek. Oh my God, they are definitely near that. That's what I feel. They're definitely near that. Well, yeah, I don't even want to go there with that one. Let's hope not. Thank God. I mean, you know, thank God this is nearly over, I was going to say, with this reading, because I don't want to go even anywhere near that. Okay, what we're going to do is going to check out maybe some directions. I really don't know if it's going to be exact. It might go completely against what my gut is telling me, but we'll see, okay? All right, one's fall on the floor. Hang on, what do we got here? 35 to 60 kilometers away. So what that might be in miles, I'm not sure just yet. And northeast is coming up, as well as southeast. Which, yeah, it gets all confusing when you're doing them all. So that's basically what's coming up. I don't know about these two. I feel like... Oh, I haven't even put a thing on it. Sorry, I'm such an idiot. Let me do it again. I'm nearly running out of time. How far away are the boys, and what direction are they from Morenci, please? From Morenci. Southwest. But, let's see. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm going to do it right here. 15 to 35 kilometers, whatever that is in miles, okay? So this part of the reading, I've actually written down some names of the places that are significant. I've got some letters here for initials and to maybe spell out some words, hopefully. This part of the reading I've actually edited into after I've watched the premiere with you guys for the first reading. And someone brought into my attention that there's a place in Montpelier, I think it is, where it's called Cannonball or Wabash Cannonball Trail. So that could be somewhere very significant. It's a dense bushland over there, and it's not far from Holiday City. It's kind of like south or a little bit southwest of Holiday City, but it's still kind of in the vicinity, you know, close range to Lazy River Resort Campground, which is near Pioneer, and we've then got Lake Seneca in between, and then the wildlife area. You know, it's not 100%, it may not be 100% correct, but it's hopefully going to guide us to an area that they are near. So let's have a look. Calling in spirit, please help us. Please direct us to the place that the boys are at. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, spirit. Just asking for guidance to find out where the boys are near. Thank you. Thank you, angels. Okay, let's have a look. What's going to be... Let's see which one feels that it wants to land in my hand here. South of Morenci. Southwest of Morenci. Wow. southwest, south of Morenci. Southwest of Morenci would be, I think, Holiday City, Montpelier area. No, Lime Creek is way up where those guys from Chasing Evil had actually gone to. Scout Place. See, I'm pulling out too many now, but I don't feel that. I feel that this is very interesting, the southwest. Can we get some initials, please, Spirit? Got a W and an M. M for Morenci, and W is the wildlife area. Put that back in there, please. Yeah. We got a H, which is Holiday City. An E, a D, a Z, a J, a G, and an I, okay? Doesn't really say much there, but it's interesting it's got wine. I wonder if there's like some kind of winery. I don't know, if there's a wine place maybe. What am I saying that for? There's no N. I thought that was an N, it's a Z. Silly me. Okay, I'm not really getting that many words from this. Not really. Got gin, G-I-N. It's about, no, it's not an N, Cherie. God, I'm silly. It's not an N. Morenci, Harrison State Park or Holiday City. Now, what am I saying? Holiday City and the wildlife area. So I'm thinking I would think the wildlife area would be would be completely west of Morenci. This is saying southwest of Morenci. Can we get some other ideas, please? Got an N and an O, an A and a K. I'm seeing what other letters might come up to let us know. None of our letters are coming up regarding where they could be. Because southwest of Morenci could be Lazy River too. B, T, F, C. Look at that. Cannonball, Montpelier area. Shite. They could actually be there. Because it's actually, I'm going to get on the map and see what's southwest of Morenci, because I'm thinking that's what it is. I'm thinking it's Morenci's here, it goes down here. Montpelier would make sense with Cannonball. And Wabash, Cannonball. Maybe we need to start looking around that way. Very interesting, because it just interests me so much that south and southwest have come up here. And also, guess what? I think it came up in this reading, didn't it? Now, because I've come into this a day later after I've just done this reading you've watched. So I'm wondering, did it say southwest of Morenci? I can't even remember now. I'd have to go back and look. That's very interesting. So let me see if I can find any words here. Got J-U-N-E, June. No idea what that's at. There's too many words. Like, there's so many here that I could make up. So I got the word axe. So do people chop wood in an area? Are they allowed to? I don't know. B-I-K-E. Look at that. They ride bikes along there. What happened in the reading, in the crime oracle, the bike came up, a mountain bike. I'm thinking this is a place where people actually ride their bikes through there. And there might be a trail actually made from bikes too. That's off the trail, if that makes sense. That he's gone off near there maybe. But I still think it's very remote. Like, I don't think a lot of people go down that track. Because I see a track. I do see a track. A very thin track perhaps. That's so interesting with the bike. Now I'm seeing the word Jack. With that C there. Jack. Is someone's name Jack, or is there is there something around the area with the name Jack on it? Like a pathway maybe? I don't know. I've got no idea, but I'm just seeing what's kind of coming through here. Wacky, the name Wacky. Mack. They're Mack trucks or something, I don't know. Back path is there. So hard when there's so many too, to try and get something here. It's interesting, the word honey is coming up. Honey is here as well. Money as well. Money is here. You could think of so many things. I mean, you guys might even see things that I'm not seeing here. Got the name Joan. Like Jones, Joan, I don't know. That's all I've really got here. Tony is the name, Tony. Well, how silly am I? The name John comes up in here too. John, John, there he is, see? John. Wow. Anyway, I'm getting a bit sick. I need to stop this, I think, right now. But anyway, guys, it's interesting, very interesting this has come up. As I said, I may not ever be correct with where I feel guided to. That wildlife area may not be correct. I still wonder if he's been there with the boys at some stage, but I want to now focus on southwest of Morenci, Cannonball area, see if I get any more feelings around that one, because I haven't really looked at that one as yet. But let me know what you guys think, because it's very interesting. I mean, it makes sense too, as the lady had said, he would go down a road that's kind of like back roads, that you wouldn't go over a certain road where cameras are going to be seeing you or something like that. So he's gone a back way, which makes sense to Montpelier, Cannonball area. Or maybe he's gone around and up, you know, near the wildlife, Lazy River, somewhere like that. But it's interesting, I've got a really sick feeling around Lazy River as well. Let's have a look at this, okay? So we'll have a conversation around this very soon. Love and blessings, guys. I look forward to connecting with you next time.